Hello everyone, good afternoon. Today I will deal with the topic Bound by Fate, Robert Jordan and Maria's love story as an archetype of star-crossed lovers. These are my personal information. These are table of contents which I will deal with in this presentation. So let us firstly see about For Whom the Bell Tolls. For Whom the Bell Tolls is the novel was written by Ernest Hemingway and it was published in 1914. Setting of the novel is the story is set near Segovia, Spain in 1937 during the Spanish Civil War. Key characters of the novel is Maria, a woman. Jordan falls in love with her at the guerrillas camp, who has suffered trauma from being raped by fascist soldiers. Next one is Pablo, the leader of guerrilla band, characterized by shredders and cowardice. Next one is Pilar, Pablo's wife, known for her courage and strength. She is very strong woman character in the novel. This information is taken from Britannica. Let's say about plot overview. Main protagonist of the novel is Robert Jordan, who was an American teacher who joins the anti-fascist loyalty army. Their mission is to blow the bridge. Jordan is tasked with making contact with a guerrilla group and destroying a bridge to aid a loyalist offensive. What type of event we find that the novel unfolds over 72 hours at the guerrilla camp where Jordan forms relationship with inhabitants. We find the climax when Jordan successfully destroys the bridge but is injured in the process. Pablo, Pilar, and Maria and others escape from it. Ending of the novel, we can find that knowing his fate is still, Jordan professes his love for Maria and awaits the arrival of fascist troops and his certain death. Title and theme. The title For Whom the Bell Tolls is drawn from the John Donne's Meditation 17, highlighting the themes of interconnectedness and the shared human experience, especially in the context of war and morality. Hemingway's novel delves into the theme of love, courage, and sacrifice amidst the backdrop of the Spanish Civil War, showcasing the impact of the war on individuals and their relationship. This information is also taken from Britannica. Introduction of archetype. Definition. An archetype is derived from the Greek word archetypos, meaning that original pattern. It refers to a primordial image, character, or situation that recurs consistently in a literature and thought, embodying universal concepts. In short, an original pattern or universal concept that recurs in literature and thought. We can find that its original origin when it popularized by psychologist Carl Jung's theory of the collective unconsciousness. Literary application. It used to analyze the recurring symbols and themes in literature, which we can find in different literature, different language. That impact influential in understanding the shared human experience and emotions across the cultures. It associated thinkers with archetype, includes Carl Jung, Northrop Frye, Maud Botkin, and James Hillman. This also taken from Britannica. The definition which I taken from Merriam-Webster is the original pattern or model of which all things of same type are representations of copies prototype, which is called archetype. Let's see term a star-crossed. Star-crossed is a term which defines that something is not favored by stars, or we can say that ill-fated. This is also taken from Merriam-Webster dictionary. Star-crossed lovers are by that we can say that star-crossed lovers refer to a romantic couple whose relationship is destined to end tragically or face significant obstacles. The term originated from William Shakespeare's play Romeo and Juliet, where the young lovers come from feuding families. The phrase suggests that their fate is influenced by celestial forces beyond their control. It represents the idea of love thwarted by external, often uncontrollable factors. The best example of it is Romeo Juliet. Shakespeare's use of astrological language and reference to planetary influence to create a sense of inevitable fated tragedy that both depict the star-crossed lovers' relationship fated by astrological cosmic forces to end in tragedy. Use of astrological language, planetary influences, the reference to luck of days or hours to create a sense of inevitable doom. Characters embodying distinct temperaments, humor that shape their actions and reactions. Protagonists falling into passionate, impulsive love, disregarding obstacles and societal disapprovals. Overall crafting of the archetypal tale of ill-fated doomed romance. This parallel suggests that Hemingway may have drawn on Shakespearean archetype of star-crossed lovers in shaping his own iconic depiction of Robert and Maria's relationship. This information I have taken from J.W. Draper's article. How does Hemingway describe love? In not only this work, For Whom the Bell Tolls, but in other works also he described how he described love. Love in Hemingway's work emphasizes the deep emotions and resilience during tough times. Shows love as a strong force that gives comfort, strength in wartime, as we can find in For Whom the Bell Tolls. That love of Maria gives warmth to Jordan in that turmoil situation, or that we can find that in that intense situation when everyone was tensed and everyone lived in the terror. At that time, they found a bomb. Love between Robert Jordan and Maria in For Whom the Bell Tolls. We can find that intense and emotionally deep. It goes beyond physical attraction to psychological bond. Love themes across Hemingway's literature. We can find that same love description in Farewell to Arms and The Sun Also Rises. That also the stories depicted love with passion and heartache. Hemingway's view on love, that Hemingway believed that love can lead to risky and life-changing decisions driven by good intentions. Love is shown as a transformative, capable of both deep connections and tragic outcomes. This information I have taken from Dhirendra Kumar Singh's thesis. Love story between Robert Jordan and Maria. Like we can find that they both represent symbolically represent something, like symbol of normalcy in turmoil. Like Maria represents normalcy amidst war and tragedy, particularly in her relationship with Jordan. Their bond is beacon of hope and love in dark and tragic setting. Like we can find that in all that tense situation, they live that some moment of happiness with together. Tender and tough-minded, Jordan emotionally complexity is evident in his relationship with Maria. His ability to be tender and tough-minded adds depth to their love story amidst war. That he is very caring towards Maria, and his love makes her feel or takes her away from her past pains, which he suffered from past. This information I have taken from R. Malakem's article, Phases of Robert Jordan and Maria's love story. Like we can find that as story moves towards the end, we can find that how their relationship also becomes stronger and more stronger. Like we can initially find that that physical attraction, then they attracted towards each other, and after that we can find second phase is the deepening emotional connection. They share everything with each other, about their past. They trust each other. Realization of profound love. They realize that we are in a really love with each other. This information I have taken from Mark Hewson's article, Symbolic Transcendent Union. That final lovemaking thing, that we can find that it shows their intense love, that accept and at last we can find that end of the novel, acceptance of their tragic fate. That though death looms, Jordan cherishes the profound love he's found. Hemingway emphasizes a qualitative eternal view of their bond. This also I have taken from Hewson, and we can find that at the end, when Robert Jordan confesses his love towards Maria, he says that, "But we will be one now, and there will never be a separate one." When Maria says that, "No, you have to come with us," and when he insists that, "I am here to face our enemies," at that time, when Maria forces him, at that time he says that, "But we will one now, and there will be never be a separate one." Tragic elements in Robert Jordan and Maria's love story. We can find that recognition of fate. Robert Jordan faces series of unfortunate events, that unseasonal snow, theft, loss. We can find that background is also snow and war. So it is also suggests that something is tragic will happen. His accepting inevitable doom without drawing highlights the tragic pattern. Embracing duty and sacrifice. That he also chooses duty, that his actions as a part of greater fight prioritize duty and sacrifice over personal consequences. He selects the duty over his love. This inner conflict amidst tragic circumstances adds depth to his character. That he is a perfect for as a hero, as a brave hero. Forbidding signs like Pillar's palm reading. We can find that at one before going to war, Pillar read his palm and say and never told him that about his destiny. War warns of death and creating a sense of impending tragedy in Jordan's journey. This insight serves as a poignant reminder of theme of fate in the narrative, that how fate led them towards their tragic end. This is also taken from R. Malakem's article. At conclusion, we can say that the love story of Robert Jordan and Maria in Ernest Hemingway novel For Whom the Bell Tolls shows a classic example of star-crossed lovers. Their relationship is tied to fate and happens during the Spanish Civil War, where they face many challenges and tragic ending. Robert and Maria's love story reflects a common theme in literature, where love is affected by uncontrollable circumstances, showcasing the lasting impact of star-crossed love in stories. Like we can find that star-crossed is a term which also define that lovers, which they when they are not meant to be together due to circumstances, due to fate, due to destiny, due to some societal, family, or any other external elements that affect their love story, or they cannot be together, so we can consider them as a star-crossed lover. And in this, For Whom the Bell Tolls, we can also find that at the end of the novel, Robert Jordan also says to Maria that you should go with them, and now you and me are not separate person, but you and me are one person. That we are one. So it also suggests that his tragic end. It also driven us towards tragedy of their love story. So we can tell them, consider them as a star-crossed lover. These are some references, and that's it from my side. Now, if you have any question, feel free to ask.
So Pallavi, my question is, can you find any movies that are very connected with the term of a star-crossed love?
Yeah, in Indian context, we can find that movie Devdas. We can also consider that when Paro and Dev, at the end of the movie, they are not together. So they also consider it. Also consider in the term of star-crossed. Another movie is, we can find that example of it is Mughal Azam. When we find that love story of Salim and Anarkali, it also driven into tragic and many other such examples that we can find in movies also, that they are not meant to be together. That's why they are falling in star-crossed term.
Pallavi, my question is that in what ways does Robert Jordan and Maria's love story reflect the idea of star-crossed lovers due to the influence of Robert's fate?
Yes, in Robert Jordan and Maria's love story. Yeah, that idea of star-crossed, it also says that they are not meant to be together. That's why that influence Robert's fate. We can also find that major theme, fate as a major influence of fate as a major theme of this novel. Like due to his tragic end of his life, which is written according to palm reading of Pillar, that his tragic end of his life. we can consider that fate of Robert Jordan also influenced that Maria's and his love. Like they planned their life together before going to war. That if we are alive and we have a happy life, we were something. We will go to something and we start our life in a newer manner. But due to his fate, due to his tragic end, we can find that they are not able to fulfill their desire. That's why we can say that they are also influenced by his bad fate. Yes, that's it from my side. Thank you.